So about 2 years ago, there was this theory going around that Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast helped contribute to the removal of one of the biggest exposed videos on him at the time, the death of H3 Productions by Gokinaru. This was helped substantiated by the fact that Ethan met up with the CEO of YouTube a couple months prior to the video's removal, with one of the topics they specifically talked about being creator-on-creator harassment. Keemstar later re-uploaded this video to his channel, with edits to it to be more in line with YouTube TOS, but that version also ended up getting removed, with Ethan again being speculated to be involved in the video's removal. But 2 years later, it seems like the tables have turned, because now instead of Keemstar accusing H3 of removing a video, Ethan is accusing Keemstar of contributing to the removal of one of his recent videos, that being the podcast where he talked about Keemstar's new relationship with a 20-year-old. But what did Keemstar do to help fuel this theory? Well, it all stems from a Twitter video that Keemstar made shortly after the podcast's release, titled Dear YouTube and Susan Wojcicki. Here is what he said.
You know, I'm fucking so sick of this one-sided bullshit, right? You know, in 2020, when Ethan Klein had the content nuke on me, right? I was tweeting pictures of horses at him, fucking with him. I was trolling him, messing with him, right? YouTube literally hits me up basically saying that, you know, I can be kicked out of the partnership program for fucking bullying harassment if I continue this, right? So I don't, right? All I want to do is talk shit to these motherfuckers. That's all I want to do. But I can't because YouTube will kick me out of the fucking partnership program, right? If I do that. I literally have the emails here threatening me that that's going to happen. Can't do creator-on-creator harassment. But Ethan Klein has made about 50 fucking videos breaking TOS, breaking the bullying and harassment thing. He uploaded a fucking video of a Keemstar puppet and he's like fucking it. How is that not breaking YouTube TOS? How is that not breaking the bullying and harassment thing? And listen, I'm not a little baby. I can take it. But they're silencing me where I can't talk shit back. Now he uploads this video with someone that's supposed to be my new girlfriend. It's like a fake person calling in. And they're like, yeah, Keem's got a little dick. Keem's dick doesn't work. And da-da-da. And am I over here crying about it? Absolutely not. But let me talk shit back. I really want to fucking know, Susan, Team YouTube, everybody at YouTube, why is it Keemstar versus H3 and YouTube staff? Explain that to me. Why is there blatant favoritism? I have the emails. I have all the proof to back it up. I have sent emails when he broke TOS saying, hey, look, he's doing the same thing that you threatened to kick me out of the partnership program out, and it gets ignored. Explain this to me. Explain the blatant fucking bias, because all of these fucking YouTubers, David Dobrik, everyone else has dealt with this bullshit with Ethan Klein. Why is Ethan Klein getting special treatment? Explain it. Explain it. Why is it other YouTubers versus Ethan Klein and YouTube staff? Please explain it to all of us right now why he's getting special privileges.
So about 3 days after Keemstar made that Twitter video, that exact episode of the H3 podcast Keemstar was referring to ended up getting removed for sexual content. We found out about this on Twitter when Nicholas Diorio tweeted it out. Keemstar quote tweeted him and said, and they said I was acting dangerous without protection. He then makes a Twitter video titled, H3 got 2 strikes on his channel.
You know, I should be jumping up and down happy, but I'm just not. I'm not happy, right? Justice has been served. 2 videos of Ethan Klein and Gila Klein and the H3 podcast were taken down for violating terms of service of YouTube. Him getting 2 strikes, I don't know. I can only guess, but I'm sure he probably can't upload for a while, can't stream. And quite frankly, he deserves it. It's well overdue. The stuff that is said on that podcast to bully and harass other creators would never fly on anyone else's channel. You know, it's been suspect and alleged that Ethan Klein played a big role in getting my video taken down, giving me a warning on my channel, getting Leafy's channel completely deleted. And if you go back and you look at Leafy's content and the reasons in which his channel went down, that is very tame to what happens on the H3 podcast. I know many will look at this and see it as Keemstar versus Ethan Klein, and this is just another story in the endless fight and the endless saga. It's much bigger than that, all right? That show has been harassing so many fucking creators, so many fucking YouTubers, right? And it would be fine if we had rules where we could talk shit back, bully back, harass back, but we can't. Everyone has to play by the fucking rules, and this guy doesn't have to. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if more fucking videos get taken down from him now that YouTube's actually doing something. I don't know why he was protected before and why this went on as long as it did, but I must say I am, I guess, happy that YouTube's finally doing something. This is well fucking deserved. I don't know what more to say. Because I'm not happy. I'm still angry about it, that it took this fucking long. But at least something's happening now and he got 2 strikes. So, yeah.
Comment Cop responds to Keemstar's Twitter video by saying, "Show your flag history and emails to YouTube." Keemstar responds by saying, "I made a public Twitter video reporting the videos, and tagged the CEO of YouTube." Comment Cop responds, "So you're in bed with Susan, GG." Keemstar replies, "Susan never responded to my tweet, and I deleted it." Ethan then quote tweets Keemstar's Twitter video and says, "Keemstar, in the ultimate hypocrisy, has cried to YouTube about me making fun of his creepy ass dating a 20-year-old. He called her fresh cheeks. Now we are suspended for a week. This after he lied and cried about me getting him suspended, which I had nothing to do with. And he somehow knew this information before we did, and posted immediately, meaning he 100% was talking with YouTube about it. Imagine being this much of a hypocrite. See you guys in a week." He then shows an image of Keemstar photoshopped over Ethan's face, in the picture of him next to the CEO of YouTube, and captions it by saying, "Hypocrite." He then goes on to his H3 podcast account to say, "Imagine being this much of a hypocrite." Justin Wang responds with the meme of Obama giving himself an award. Boogie298 quote tweets Ethan and says, "I have no dog in this race at all. That said, I wish this shit would just end. I wish YouTube would put an end to this kind of petty drama that hurts creators in the entire platform. Enough is enough. You guys should put it to bed before the whole platform changes. If you want me to pick a side, we all kind of suck. I'm picking the side of the smaller creators who get hurt by this kind of beef." Keemstar responds to Ethan calling him a hypocrite by saying, "Why would you have to imagine? You are the biggest hypocrite on YouTube and everyone knows it." One of the staff members for the H3 podcast, AB, commented on all of this by saying, "Just a reminder that Keemstar and his audience harassed my wife and I for a whole summer. Keemstar sent me multiple pictures of witches to imply my wife looks like a witch. 1 year later, he is tagging the CEO of YouTube because he was teased for dating a 20-year-old. This man is a coward. This will be the ultimate test. I'm curious to see the reaction of the commentary community. They love to dogpile on Ethan because of bullshit suspicions. But let's see how they react to Keem in the dumbest self-report I've ever seen." Nicholas Diorio quote tweets AB and says, "I feel like I've posted about 8 to 10 ultimate tests on my timeline in the last 6 months that you've all promptly ignored." Anyways, going back to the feud between Keemstar and Ethan, Keemstar responds to Ethan saying hypocrite with the Photoshop of Keemstar with Susan Wojcicki by saying, "How does it feel?" Ethan responds by saying, "I didn't cry to YouTube about you, but you just outed yourself as the hypocrite we all knew you were. You did exactly what you accused me of. How does it feel to be proven a perfect hypocrite?" Keemstar responds by saying, "Feel great, Ethan, stacking W's. I would love to see Ethan Klein survive in this current climate on YouTube." Ethan then tweets out a variation of what AB said on Twitter earlier by saying, "Just a reminder that Keemstar and his audience harassed my wife and I for a whole summer. Keemstar sent me multiple pictures of horses to imply my wife looks like a horse. 1 year later, he is tagging the CEO of YouTube because he was teased for dating a 20-year-old. This man is a coward." The quartering responds to him by saying, "Ethan Klein, multimillionaire deploying the 'he started it' defense for weirdly obsessing over who another consenting adult is dating, running right up to calling the guy a pedophile no less." Now, since this isn't disputed by any other tweet I'm going to show you today, I would like to say that through my personal research on the situation, although Ethan disapproves of Keemstar's relationship with a 20-year-old, as far as I'm aware he never outright called Keemstar a pedophile. In fact, I'm pretty sure he said the opposite. But regardless, the quartering continues to tweet when he says, "To be honest, the YouTube ecosystem would be measurably improved if both H3 and Keemstar were banned. They both make us look all bad." Username responds to the quartering by saying, "Bad take. You just hate them because they both shit talk to you." The quartering responds by saying, "Lol, I make money covering both their shenanigans. It's better for business that they stay." Ralph responds to the quartering by saying, "And this is where I massively disagree with you. Cartoons like Ethan and Keemstar add flavor to an otherwise boring platform. Tossing trolls and cucks who have ridiculous personalities is the wrong reaction to have in my opinion." The quartering quote tweets him and says, "Lol, you know what? maybe you're right. YouTube was more interesting back in 2016. The letter of the law would state that Ethan Klein deserves a strike. Hell, most creators have a few videos that would. I'm sure that strike won't stick, but nonetheless, I don't support Keem tattling, and don't support Ethan implying Keem is a pedophile. This isn't good for anyone. Somewhere, Boblax had to turn off playing whatever shitty Sonic game he's playing and start capturing tweets. Anyways, Nicholas DiOrio starts reacting to the situation when he tweets out, "Isn't this the dude who made content out of Trisha's meltdowns and wanted to do a game show to give Gabby Hanna an award for biggest mental breakdown after standing on the grave of a dead creator for over a year? I'm sorry, I forgot things like hypocrisy mattered in this community after the 15th Ethan Klein 4K Dolby Digital compilation dropped. Guys, the dude who promoted Britbong, which more than likely resulted in half of my friends getting banned on Twitter, got a single community guideline strike on his main channel. I'm literally shitting, pissing, crying, and coming right now. I hope they reinstate it, and snitching is cringe. There, the rational take. That's my stance across the board for fucking everything. Now, can you please avoid making me pretend to care about this for optics? I guess the hardest part for me is coming to terms that Keemstar is human. Before today, I thought he was such a virtuous guy who could do no wrong. I have to tell you, I'm simply flabbergasted. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I don't think I've ever caked up a tweet in so much sarcasm in my entire fucking life." Keemstar continues to talk about the situation in this Twitter video titled, "Dear H3H3 Productions."
What you're saying doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You're saying, Keemstar tweeted pictures of horses of me, and Keemstar did this, and Keemstar did that. I would still do that today. I would do that every single day of my life. All I want to do is make fun of you, but I can't because YouTube told me that I can't, all right? So I listen to what YouTube says. They tell me one thing, okay, I'm listening, all right? So for an entire year, you've been going off. You've been saying crazy stuff. You've been uploading videos. Should we deplatform Keemstar, right? You took a Keemstar doll and was fucking it on fucking YouTube. I'm sorry, that violates like 10 different terms of service, bro. You can't do that, all right? You're uploading a video saying I got a little fucking dick and all this other shit. If I uploaded a video saying another female creator had a loose pussy, my channel would be gone. You have enjoyed special privilege on this platform forever, and it is not fair for everyone else to be silenced while you can bully and harass people. It is not fucking fair, all right? If they would take the muzzle off me and let me go at you, fine. Nobody gets a strike. Nobody gets in trouble. We could just sit here and roast each other. I'm all for it. But unfortunately, that is not the current landscape of YouTube. And it's not fair for you to be able to do one thing and me, a fellow YouTuber, to not be able to do one thing. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to start playing by the fucking rules now, like I had to.
Alex Priest responds to Keem by saying, "Keem, he ain't wrong though," showing the tweet that Ethan made earlier, talking about how Keemstar implied his wife looked like a horse. Anthony responds to him by saying, "Ethan literally called Keem out for dating a 20-year-old, and then praised Boogie for dating a 20-year-old. You can't believe what he's saying. Plus, I don't think Keem has said anything about his wife. Plus, let's not act like Ethan hasn't sent his fans after somebody. I mean, come on." Keemstar quote tweets him and says, "Facts. I never called his wife a horse. I simply tweeted him horse pictures because I heard he liked them, and was trying to cheer him up." The quartering quote tweets him and says, "You definitely implied his wife looked like a horse. If I were in a brand new relationship with a beautiful young woman, I would likely be spending time with her. But hey, I guess arguing with Ethan is just as good. Gotta take a break once in a while, I suppose." Keemstar responds, "Proven wrong," showing an old tweet he made where he said he was going to send horses to Ethan to make him feel better. Simon responds by saying, "Can someone link me the tweet where Keem implies Ela is a horse?" To which Keem responds, "They can't, cause it doesn't exist." Moodara comments on all of this by saying, "Man, we should just be allowed to bully each other on YouTube. Fuck strikes. Just go full mask off and rip on each other like no tomorrow." And honestly, this is my opinion as well. We're all adults here. We don't need protection from YouTube. Just let people say what they want about each other as long as it's not slanderous. Also, can we stop playing this game of tattletale on each other's videos? Oh, that's against YouTube TOS. That's against YouTube TOS. Something should be done about that. It's just so cringe and stupid. And if Ethan had anything to do with Gokunaru's video being removed or the Keemstar re-upload being removed, he should definitely be criticized for that. And at the same time, we should give the same level of criticism to Keemstar if he was directly involved in getting H3's videos removed. Both alleged actions are the same, so we should levy the same level of criticism between each actions, regardless if you think Keemstar or H3 are better people in their overall feud. It's irrelevant because they allegedly did the same thing here, and it should be criticized the same way. But that's just my opinion. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with this drama, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, as this feud isn't ending anytime soon. Especially considering Keemstar just tweeted that Ethan's ex-podcast host Trisha Paytas has followed him on Twitter, meaning that they might do some sort of collab soon. And if that happens and they talk about Ethan, the fallout will be insane. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I'd also like to thank my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Scrubby, who's donated $100 a month. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.